Through the years, I've used a lot of circles. For example, these bicycles. Now these are made with RG45. This is a mild steel gas welding rod that's available at any welding supply. The rod comes in 36-inch lengths, and you can get 1/16, 3/32, 1/8, 5/32, and 3/16. This is copper wire. The cable on the left, this is 8-gauge copper wire. Now unravel this into individual strands. The middle piece is about 3/16, and the oxidized piece, the piece that's green, that's about 1/4 inch in diameter. Now all of this I pick up at the metal recycler. Here's an example of some thinner copper wire. You can get these spools of copper wire at a local hobby and craft store or online. When I first started making circles, I thought I needed something like this expensive Niagara bender. Now this is a very fine piece of equipment, but for what I do in making circles, what I'm going to show you is so much simpler and definitely cheaper. This is a selection of what I call diameters. A selection of pipes. You can see in the middle there's an old punch. Anything that's round that I can drill a hole in. Now, if you don't have access to round pieces of pipe like I have, you can go to the hardware store or your building supply, and you can look in these bins, and you'll see different diameters of pipe, which you can take to your shop and drill a hole in. Mounting this 1/2 inch rod with the hole in it, mounting that into a vise. If you'll notice, I'm using the index finger on my left hand to sort of guide the 3/32 inch rod around the 1/2 inch rod. Now this is steel, so when I get to the end of the wire, the end of the 3/32 inch rod, it's going to take a little more effort to finish the wrap. Using a screwdriver to flick the end out of the hole, and then a pair of end nippers to cut it off. For a larger circle, this is a piece of pipe 1 3/4 inches in diameter. Here I'm using a piece of 8-gauge copper wire. Now this came off the cable. I unraveled this from the cable. I'm doing the same thing as I did before. Put the end of the 8-gauge wire into the hole and then begin wrapping the circle. Here are some examples of magic wands. These were done with the 8-gauge copper wire, and you can see that the wands are mostly made up of circles or parts of circles. Here is just a conglomeration of circles, and these will be used to make magic wands. This is a block of steel that I picked up years ago in a machine shop. Drilled a hole in it. Molded a piece on the bottom so that it will fit in a vise. Now I can put the end of the 3/16 inch rod into the hole and wrap it around this block of steel. This rod is steel, so it has much more tensile strength than the copper wire that I used just a moment ago. So I need to keep constant pressure on this because there will be some spring back from this 3/16 inch steel rod. And here you can see how this will fit together for this small high wheel bicycle. If you're saying to yourself, I don't have a block of steel like that, and I don't even know where to get one. Well, I'm working on a video to show you how you can cheaply make your own diameters, any size diameter that you want. If you subscribe to the videos, once I finish this new one on how to make these diameters so cheaply, YouTube will notify you when the video is up and running.